Hi, folks. This is Online Learning and Hurry, episode 9. And today we're going to talk a little bit about being a student. It's funny because I actually am going to be an online student starting this summer. I was supposed to be doing face-to-face PhD courses, but it looks like I'm going to be doing them online. So I'm starting to have this question for myself too, right? Like, what does this look like? How do we enter into an environment where a lot of the faculty or a lot of the teachers who are doing this are maybe online for the first time? And you yourself may not have learned online before. There's a lot of people who specifically choose not to do online courses because they prefer the structure of a face-to-face class. They prefer having sort of people in a physical space around them that helps them focus, it helps them concentrate. They like to work with the ideas of other people. That makes them feel comfortable. I totally get it. I prefer face-to-face class too, even though over the years I've gotten pretty comfortable working online. I think the first thing to do, if you are a student and you are working from home and you're accustomed to having all those other structures, is to really build yourself a comfortable space. Even if I know that it's not possible for everybody to have a room dedicated or have the kind of space that you want, or maybe even the technology that you need, but make that space as comfortable as you can. So try to think about the things that help you work in a face-to-face environment and try to replicate those as much as you can in whatever space that you live in. So, make an effort, organize some stuff, put some pictures up, whatever you need to do, but try to make it a comfortable space. The second thing I do is try to find a group of people to cluster with as much as you can. I'm not suggesting you should work together to do your exams, but certainly in these last couple of weeks, as you prepare for whatever assessments that are coming out, having those same people that you work with, setting up something like Zoom or whatever to have a communication with people, reach out to some of your co-students and see if you can't find ways to replicate some of the feedback you would get face to face. So cluster, find a network that you can work with and try to stand it up if you can. That can be really helpful. And certainly, even though you might not be accustomed to doing this kind of interaction, trying to find a way to do that is going to be super helpful for you. In terms of your interaction with your faculty or your teachers, a lot of you are going to be getting really conflicting messaging from people. Like you're going to get a message from the university and a message from this teacher and a message from this teacher, and they're not necessarily going to come all together. I'd say that try to handle that. It's going to happen. You're going to get multiple messaging. Feel free to respond back and ask questions. Try to keep that response in the format that it came to you in. So if your faculty member sent a message on your learning management system, whether that's Blackboard or Canvas or whatever, try to answer in that spot so your faculty member doesn't get messages from all over. Try to keep that focused as much as you can. If you can ask public questions, so if you want to know, what are we doing about our exam? I need to know. I need to start to get ready. Ask that question in the public discussion forum if you're comfortable doing that, because likely there's 10 other people with that same question. But if you send that email privately to your prof, then they're getting 10 more emails, and it's going to take longer for you to hear back. Read the stuff you're getting. I know I struggle as a student, and I've certainly struggled as a faculty member or as a teacher getting people to read my syllabus. Please read the stuff that's sent out to you and ask the questions you need to ask. You're not always going to get a great response right now. The stress level that people have is super high. I'm not saying that you deserve a response. You deserve to be treated well, and absolutely. But you're going to get a little chippiness now that you might not get in another environment. If it isn't unfair, try to be a little more resilient than you normally. And if it is unfair, by all means, don't accept that you, as a student, as a human, as a person, deserve to be treated as well as the next person. So that self-care piece is really important. And do understand that we're in uncharted territory here. So many of you are trying to get into master's programs or post undergrad programs, and maybe you are getting ready to get into high school or getting into university and your grades are all messed up. All I can tell you is you're not alone. And most universities are not entirely sure how we're going to handle these things right now. So I'm sorry, we're going to have to get back to you later on that one. But keep working hard and keep doing the work you can. Keep trying to be focused on the task at hand now. And that way, at least the work you're getting done now, what you don't want to do is get too worried about the next thing and not get this thing done. So, I mean, if I have any advice around this at all is, take care of yourself, find yourself a comfortable space to work. Think about the things that help you in a face-to-face environment and see how you can replicate those as much as you can in the space you're in. So by using maybe something like Zoom, or maybe working in the discussion forums a little bit more often, or going into the student information system like EDSB or something if you're in the K-12 system a little bit more to sort of keep in touch and try to focus on the thing that's in front of you. Try to get this piece done. Try not to worry too much about the stuff that you can't control. And more than anything else, be good to yourself. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face.